Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
James Holder, IFL TV, in association with Matt Jim Mobile. With me, I've got Southern Area Champion Rakeem Noble. How are you, my man? You all right?
Over the moon, still buzzing.
I bet. Also joined by none other than Steve Gandolfini. How you doing, mate? I've got to say,
well,
the Sopranos
James.
is running really well, going non-stop. What's happening? What's the story? How's things for you, mate?
Yeah, things are good. As you know, I just came off a good points win over the weekend.
Good win over K Prosper.
Yeah, I shook up a lot of people, surprised a lot of people. I showed my skills and talent of what I can actually do. And right about now, BBC's been saying sky's the limit. There's so many options and opportunities out there right now. And yeah, we're just going to play the waiting game and see what comes up for the new year.
Got to say, that's a fantastic victory, and a lot of people were tipping K Prosper to maybe come and nick it and take your belt off you. The fact that you've come through it the way you did is a real statement for yourself and a real impressive performance. People
weren't even thinking that he was going to nick it. People thought he was going to knock it off, knock me out, take the belt completely off me. But yeah, it does make a statement, because a lot of people are now believing in me, or now thinking, yeah, he actually has potential. He's a lot better than we thought. Mm-hmm. So that puts me in contention with a lot of the big boys now. I'm now number 21 in the country on BoxRec, and every name above me is pretty much a credible fighter who has something to his name, and I just can't wait to get in the mix of all of that.
I've been following your career quite closely since you turned over, mainly because you came out of Rosehill ABC, which is a gym I use quite a lot, and always keep an eye on sort of the boxers coming through there. So it's been interesting to see how you've developed at McGill's and under Steve Goodwin's management.
Yeah, it's been a steady journey, and I feel that we're making strides and progress right about now. I've improved massively over my last 2 fights. I'm doing something right, and I still like to say there's a lot more to come. Bigger things are still to come.
I want to talk about another one of Steve Goodwin's fighters, maybe one of his marquee names at the moment, the enigma that is Derek Chisora. Firstly, what have you done to him, Steve? Spiritually, he seemed in such a calm place today. He seemed like he'd sort of just been chilled out for like the last hour. Did you play him like jazz music on the way here or something? What happened?
Do you know what? Everybody said that when he came to me that he's a bit volatile, and I can say honestly that I've looked after him for 2.5 months, sat down with him in coffee shops, talked to him, and I've never even heard him raise his voice to anybody. And we're trying to get him more focused on just getting on with the boxing. There's no need to get, he hasn't got to worry about selling the fight unless he's on a percentage of the pay-per-view money, which he's not. So
he made a hint, so he alluded to that he should be.
Well, he's not on a percentage of the pay-per-view, so he hasn't got to trash talk the fight. He's getting a purse, and for him, he can concentrate on the boxing, the preparation, and all the work, rather than get involved in all the nonsense. And this is what we want him to do.
He is such a big character, and he's very unpredictable at times. And I'm sure you'll find that out over the next sort of couple of years of his journey. Because like anyone, he has his good days and bad days. But it's good to see him in a good place, and we want to see him as British fight fans in big fights. So him and White, potentially with their styles, it could gel.
It'll be a great fight. But the thing is that we, on an ongoing basis, we're trying to, we're trying to make him more calmer, and do all of his stuff in the ring rather than out of it, and that's what we're working on. And he's back with Don Charles. He's in a happy place. He's motivated, focused, and probably in as good a place as he's ever been. And I think he'll bring that to the ring on December the 10th. It'll be a great fight.
Rightly so. Now it's a tough one for you. Do you go with your man, Steve Goodwin's man in Chisora, or do you go with your sort of local hometown hero, if you like, in Dillian White, the fact that you are at McGill's gym where he's spent so long of his career?
I'm drawn between the two, but I'm gonna go for the hometown one in this one.
You just remembered you had to go back to Brixton, didn't you? You just remembered that you had to go to McGill's.
No, I'm gonna go for the hometown boy, Dylan. He can get the job done.
Okay. Let's bring in one of Goodwin's very own hottest prospects. He's taken to getting his son into boxing, and this is a new method, turning over family members into professional fighters. How are you, Josh? How's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good. Was Britain's youngest ever promoter, coincidentally? Has that moniker been taken by anyone as a bit?
Not that I'm aware of, but it's one of those things, isn't it? I'm sure one day it'll be beaten.
Your dad hasn't got any other sons he's planning to sort of make
I hope not, anyway.
Is he?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Give us your fight prediction then. I just see Chisora White going.
I think Dillian will do well for the first couple of rounds, and I think hopefully Chisora at his best will come into the fight later on and maybe get a late stoppage or a points win. But I think as long as Derek turns up at his best, I think he wins.
Interesting contest, it really is. All right, dudes. Well, listen, we look forward to seeing some imminent news regarding you, Rakeem. I know you're making great moves at the moment. Is there anything penciled in as to when we can see Rakeem
We have
defend
got
his Southern area?
loads. We spoke with Rakeem. I've got so many things in the pipeline that are all possibilities that we're going to be working on them over the next 6 weeks. And I'm sure in the beginning of 2017, Rakeem's going to be in a big fight or two.
Fantastic, and well done for defending your Southern area title with so much pride, mate.
Thank
Look
you.
forward to seeing you kick on from here in. Thank you very much.
Cheers.